Good morning, everyone. On behalf of all of us who were in audience, I take this opportunity to thank Bharat Bhai to start our day with a phenomenal beginning. And I was just telling before Bharat Bhai came that one person in the industry whose each word is just appropriately selected and every sentence is so very well connected to the next and telling the entire thesis of investments which has emerged over centuries in just 10 minutes in a way which each of us can understand. I think we are all very lucky to have him, to hear him today in person. He's one of the finest brain in financial markets that India has got. Thank you so much, Bharat Bhai. And as most of us have been convinced of the kind of sustainable growth that India is into, it will also give rise to many needs for meeting the growth requirement, meeting the capital requirement by the corporates, as also offering the required risk return solutions to the investors whose kitty will also keep growing. So what I will do in next 15-20 minutes, as I know, is to take you through what actually alternate means, where is the need, how has it happened globally, and what are we in to see over a decade in India. And why? Because of this kind of growth, you all, who all are the partners of your client's wealth creation journey, it's important for you all to understand these products and also offer to the clients who really need it. So I just summarized that alternative investments offer to investors a different path to diversification and potentially higher returns. And there is very strong roots of it which is created globally when this kind of phase of growth in the country and wealth creation was happening. It helps address the complexity with which both the capital is required by the growth in the economy as also ability to understand that and offer that capital. Just to keep all of you aware of a few milestones, the first ever alternate investments was made in infrastructure in the US in the railroad segment in 1852. It dates back then. And the first leverage buyout happened way back in 1901. Now, by buying and putting everybody's savings just into these stock markets, you cannot offer capital which is a leveraged capital. It has different risks and return profile. It has different tenure. So that's how the emergence of alternates started way back. The first family office came up way back in 1907. The first venture capital funds came up in 1946. And so on. And lastly, the most dreaded, not dreaded, but largely prevalent animal in the financial markets, the hedge funds, started sometime in 1949. So what is this alternate investments all about? The traditional investments are stocks, bonds, cash. And alternate investments, of course, within private equity, you also invest into the businesses, but the liquidity part of it, the tenure part of it, the risk part of it, the information part of it is much different, and that's why they form into alternates. So be it private equity, venture capital, private credit, PMS, AIF, hedge funds, real estate and infra funds, commodities and collectibles all form part of alternatives. It looks like a basic class, but I thought that I must take it and it could be useful. That how does it differ in terms of the characteristics? So when you talk about traditional investments, they are reasonably very liquid as they are listed or they are exchangeable. The ownership is very numerous, while in case of alternates, typically the ownership is active and little more concentrated. Within the traditional investments area, the regulations are very crystal clear, while in alternates, the regulations are timid. Market correlation could be very different in the, compared to the public market correlation in alternate investments. Use of leverage is very prevalent. Duration is typically longer. Minimum investment size from the client perspective as well as the deal size is larger in alternates, and the alternates are typically open only to accredited investors, while the normal traditional investments are open to general public. To elaborate a bit more, the risk profile, the liquidity profile, interest rate correlation profile, and default risk profile is what we have bifurcated alternates as compared to the traditional investments which are more prevalent. So how has this been growing globally, and why has this been growing globally? As you can see now, this has become almost a 16 trillion industry, and this is almost doubled in just last 6 years also. 1/3 of US pension portfolios are now alternative investments. And also from sovereign wealth funds, the allocation to alternates have risen from 16 to almost 26%. And this rising demand, rising allocations for alternate suggests that there is an underlying need both of the economy as also from the investors. This is also supported by number of times need for an investments instrument which sometimes combines with fixed return and growth, sometimes combines low risk and slightly more moderated return, plus sometimes it combines the underlying real asset and on the top of it the structure which is derivative. So a lot of permutation combination can be created under alternates, which in traditional investments is not possible. Once again, in each category, the kind of growth which has come from 2018 to 22 and likely to come over the next few years is very high. If you see the private debt, the venture capital and infrastructure space has been growing substantially. And some of these solutions, I'm sure clients would be requiring, an understanding of that will be very critical for most of you who are the advisors. So this is also one of the key reasons, because the businesses need capital which is patient, which is giving them opportunity to restructure business and in turn grow, maybe through acquisition. These are, of course, some more data which suggests that North America leads and led the global private market AUM. But if you can see, the growth in Asia at 22% is the highest, and in terms of growth of alternate AUM. And once again, it dates back to the fact that Asia growth is also highest, need for capital is highest, as what Bharat Bhai just said, the infrastructure is being laid out across India, one of the largest Asian market, but also in many other markets in Asia, and that's where the need for alternates has been growing. I just explained Asia Pacific, which we are part of, and we are the largest, highest growing economy, will see huge growth in alternates in time to come. One of the very startling fact, in fact, which I found out, that traditional lenders, that is the banks, contribute up to 75% of credit to corporate financing activity in India. In US, it's just 25%. That's the kind of rise in alternates which has happened and evolved. And we all know whatever happens in US over the past 30 years, now the time shrinks in some of the other economies in adopting us. And as we are in the journey of financialization of our savings and highest growth numbers of millionaires and also billionaires, this is going to shape up much faster. We'll just see how has this been shaping up in India for us. So we started our journey somewhere around 13, and in a span of 11 years, you can see the growth has been but for exponential. The commitments, fundraised, and investments made has grown highest in this category. And most of us, we know that the AUM of mutual fund industry, which is close to about 60 lakh crores, you'll be surprised that the PMS AUM is also about close to 30 lakh crores, both put together. So which is huge as compared to the mutual fund industry also. So this alternates are available both to Indian residents as well as NRIs and foreign nationals. They participate through category 1, 2, and 3 AIFs. Category 1 typically is venture capital fund, SME funds, social venture funds, and infrastructure funds, while category 2 is real estate funds, private equity funds, debt funds with different strategies, and distress assets fund. It's the category 3, which is largely long-short hedge funds and pipe funds. This is what I was just trying to show, that the AUM of PMS industry has leapfrogged. Of course, one of the key reasons also is that the larger the family office, investable surplus, net worth, larger is the understanding of kind of risk that one wants to take on their own capital, and more is the need for well curated, meeting these risk return profile portfolio managers to manage the wealth. If you see from 2014 to 23, some of the other alternates, like be it venture capital, private equity, private credit, also has grown substantially. And some of the areas which have not grown too much in India in last decade, particularly real estate and infrastructure, I think now the regulations are in place which will help some of the savings channelizing in this area also in the next decade. Some of the technical factors also which contributed to rise is the removal of indexation benefit which was enjoyed by debt mutual fund. So a lot of it gets going into private credit more easily. So tailwinds supporting growth of alternates, as what we just discussed, are very favorable demographics which leads to very robust GDP growth, and in turn leading to a needing of capital which is with different time horizons, different risk return profiles. And it also is enabled hugely by the structural reforms which happened in terms of insolvency and bankruptcy code. That has given a lot of teeth to all the kind of investors in managing the risk and recovery. So this just broadly tells us that be it in terms of allocation to equity, which can be through portfolio management services, through AIFs, through private equity, the growth is going to be humongous, but equally and more growth is likely to come in different kinds of performing credit, special situations credit, and venture credit. One underlying principle which has remained throughout during the world of investments and also in the business, and which apart from the likely growth and the skill that all of you will need to understand how different products risk return profiles are and what is suitable to your clients. So you need required skill. I think the underlying one principle which you all need as the financial partners of your clients is to also have unwavering faith to trust, transparency, and integrity. Whether we as the managers of the money or you as the advisors of the money to your wealth clients, we stick to this principles of trust, transparency, and integrity, which reflects in different aspects of our decision making, I think the outcome all for India, for investors and their confidence, and also for corporates and ultimately returns will be the best. We do not want to short cycle or short cut so that either the confidence of the investors is broken, whether global or Indian, in turn impacting our own capital generation cycle, wealth creation cycle, and providing the required growth impetus to our economy. So skill is very critical, but at the same time, culture of trust, transparency, and integrity is equally and more important. I will not take much time because during the day, my team is also going to take you through some of the initiatives in this direction that PL Group is taking. Very quickly, I can tell you that from equity investments perspective also, to create a little niche, we have invested in capabilities of quant investing, which helps create the principles and criterias into little less emotion-based investing strategies and how the outcomes have been, which is what we will discuss. We'll also, and of course, quant globally has been one of the most growing asset class. We also have been entering into the performing credit space because we feel that that's one area where both the requirement of the economy and corporates and the requirement of the investors will be very well served. With this, I will end. And also, during the day, you will get to know through most of the different speakers the details of how this alternate markets, alternate products are shaping up. What are the underlying principles or strategies each of them are adopting? And also, how should one really evaluate different products suiting their clients' need? Wish you all the very best for your 2-day session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Amisha ma'am, for decoding the world of alternates for us in such a simple manner. I think by now with this presentation, we all are very clear with the rise of alternates. Thank you so much for the compelling perspective on this growth. I would request Mr. Vyasa Nagpal to please felicitate ma'am with a token of appreciation from AFM India. Bharat Shah is being felicitated as a fellow of American Academy of Financial Management. Amisha ma'am felicitated as fellow of American Academy of Financial Management. Sanjuma Tiwari felicitating as Chartered Wealth Manager CWM from AFM.